Yeah, I've seen an even funnier one yesterday saying he wants to make me piss me pants. That one made me laugh because he done it into someone in his first ever fight, but that's our job, you know what I mean? We're in here to hurt each other, you know what I mean? We're not having a pillow fight, we're having a fight, and I know I'm gonna hurt him, and I know I am, so if he wants to try and hurt me, he can, that's what we're here for. That's the name of the game. He won't be physically the same after this fight. I will. I'll be exactly the same. I'm gonna put a beat down on him like he's never received, and I can promise you that. But it was just another fight to me. When a contract with a name on gets sent to me, I sign it. I don't turn down no fight. I step up and I fight the person whose name's on the contract. I thought I was going to fight Justin in October in Abu Dhabi, but I think he turned it down. And then now there's a belt on the line. He's taking the fight. So it's nice to actually fight someone that I thought I was going to fight a while back.
Paddy has said from day one of coming into the UFC, Scousers can't get knocked out. How much are you looking forward to proving that wrong?
Yeah, you don't have to be a doctor to know that if you have a brain, you can get shut off if I just shake it. And so I'll show him, if I could shake his head and make his brain touch his skull, he's going to go to sleep.
We've known each other for a long time, so on a personal level, Paddy's a great guy, and it's great to see good people doing good stuff. But from a UK MMA point of view, for such a small place, can have 4 champions. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's a dangerous fight for Paddy, but I think it's winnable. It's definitely winnable, and I think Paddy's gone.
Normally this stage here, I've got a lot of nice puppy fat on me, and I'm not as cold at the minute. I'm absolutely freezing constantly, low on calories compared to normally at this time of year. Big Tommy, heavyweight champion UFC, is coming to see us today. We popped down to his gym a few months ago, didn't we? And went to see him. We've done a little session with him and that. Had to scram with him after because didn't have no fight coming up. We won't be going for no scram today. I'm sick on diet, lad, hard on diet, and I don't think he can train because of his eye, lad. I'll have to see what his eye's like, lad. I'm fucking intrigued, especially after everyone giving him so much shit. Obviously he's got a bad injury in his eye. It just shows how fickle the MMA fan base is.
Beautiful, Jim.
Old, but he's not washed. Like he's 37, but he's not moving like Michael Chandler. He's not holding the ball on the shoulder, doing the fucking PG-13 fucking washed animation. He's not washed. He's not washed, bro. You know what I mean? He has not shown this crazy drop off in his skill set. He's 4-1 in his last 5. If we're talking about the guys that he's fought. He has great striking, obviously better than Paddy Pimblett in the boxing. Very, very powerful calf kicks. I think those are going to come into play in this matchup. He's got big power in the hands. He's improved his boxing fundamentals and his footwork under Trevor Whitman. His defense has gotten a little bit better. And I would say in terms of him and Paddy, he's probably equal or more powerful on the feet in terms of punch power. He does have solid takedown defense. Like the weakness is the grappling, right? But we have seen him show a decent ability to be taken down and push off the initial takedown and get back up against guys like Michael Chandler.
The tension around Paddy Pimblett continues to build as the Justin Gaethje fight draws closer, and everything about his preparation suggests this is no longer hype-driven momentum but a deliberate push toward legitimacy. When Paddy speaks about contract timing and how long this matchup has been in discussion, it becomes clear this is a fight he wanted well before any title implications existed.
You look a lot leaner last time I seen you.
Oh yeah, last time I seen you, lad. Fucking now. Funniest when I come to your gym, lad. When I come to yours, I've been out the night before, lad, to watch fucking Springsteen, lad, and got in at about 4:30 in the morning.
You know that mural after you spoke about it? Yeah. Literally was a massive outcry in the town. Gotta get it down.
Take it down. Still going though. It's going strong, isn't it? It's been a bit of a long process because with eyes, like with other injuries, they just fix them straight away. With eyes, they try and let them, because it's obviously risky, try and let them heal naturally. So we're getting surgery on this eye, keeping me out for a little bit. Not sure how long just yet though. So got a meeting about it soon. So it's just been a slow process, been a nightmare to be honest.
Mate, 3 times they did it in 1 round.
I know.
I think the point of the thing should be sacked off. Just if you do twice in a round, then I get to do 1 back. I reckon that makes it. They're the best one. Why is that? That's fair though, isn't it? First one's an accident, second one you're doing it on purpose, aren't you?
I train with little gloves on anyway, as you've just seen. I don't stand like that.
No.
When Tom Aspinall stepped into Paddy Pimblett's gym, it was not a casual visit or a content moment. It was a snapshot of Paddy's current mindset. Lean, focused, and fully committed. You do not bring a heavyweight champion into camp during a brutal weight cut unless you are serious about sharpening every edge ahead of the biggest test of your career.
Known each other for a long time, so on a personal level, Paddy's a great guy, and it's great to see like good people doing good stuff. But from like a UK MMA point of view, like for such a small place, can have 4 champions. It's absolutely unbelievable. Well, it's a dangerous fight for Paddy, but I think it's winnable. It's definitely winnable, and I think Paddy.
Watching Paddy alongside Tom Aspinall highlights the difference in elite preparation when careers are truly on the line. This was not loud motivation or empty talk. It was 2 fighters openly acknowledging how unforgiving MMA can be, especially when injuries, setbacks, or close fights cause fans to turn overnight. Aspinall made it clear this is not an easy matchup for Paddy, but it is a winnable one, and that distinction matters because dangerous fights define careers far more than safe wins that fade quickly from memory.
What about Arman Sarukian?
He's just one of them, lad. He thinks because his family have got money and he's been had everything handed to a plate on him for years. Oh, it'll just happen in the UFC. Lad, you're being told that he fucking pulled out that Islam fight with a bad back, when really he just couldn't make weight. He got offered to fight Gamrot and said no, and then took the most favourable matchup possible, Dan Hooker, who can't grapple, to save his man's life. Bad at shit, and he nearly guillotined him. It just shows how bad Arman's grappling is to me.
Oh yeah, he did.
I was watching that thinking, wow, if I get you in a guillotine, you are going unconscious. And he headbutted him at the weigh-in. If he would have cut him there on his foot, lad, he was getting cut defo. Why would you headbutt someone at the weigh-in, lad?
I do think his grappling's good though, Arman.
His grappling is good, he's got good wrestling. But that's his main thing, is wrestling. And he wouldn't be able to hold me down and just lie on top of me.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, the grappling matchup?
It would.
It'd be good.
From a broader UK MMA perspective, this moment feels bigger than just Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. Seeing multiple champions emerge from a relatively small region reshapes how UK fighters are viewed globally, and this fight represents another chance to prove they belong at the very top. Paddy's mindset reflects an understanding of timing and opportunity, as he openly discusses pushing for Gaethje earlier, fights falling through, and the unpredictability of the UFC landscape, showing that nothing about this moment was guaranteed or handed to him.
The way for Justin Gaethje to win is going to be his left hook, his cracking left hook, the way obviously Paddy Pimblett floats his chin a little bit. So let's take a peek here, see if anything sticks out. This is Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett, and this went down April 12th of 2025. And Paddy finally looks like a real lightweight. He looks stacked. He's got big legs, he's got big calves. He's obviously a great grappler. So let's see here. See if he makes some mistakes. Michael Chandler's pretty short. He's not a giant guy. He seems pretty small for 155, but dense and explosive. Okay, here we go. 349 round 1. Michael Chandler starts putting the pressure on him, getting back to the fence. He whiffs on a kick, and gets taken down here. Let's take a peek at that again. He goes low kick, and Michael Chandler goes to catch it, swings through, gets an easy finish behind his back. Big mat return by Michael Chandler, explosive.
The conversation inevitably shifts toward Arman Sarukian, and Paddy does not hide his frustration with what he sees as calculated career navigation. He contrasts his own willingness to fight anyone placed in front of him with what he believes are safer, more selective choices by others in the division. According to Paddy, wrestling credentials alone do not decide fights at the highest level, because controlling a man on the ground, surviving scrambles, and dealing with chaos are entirely different skills, and he believes discomfort in that kind of fight would favor him rather than the wrestler.
It could look similar to this if it hits the mat. Paddy's going to have a big jiu-jitsu advantage. I know at their gym they do a lot of jiu-jitsu. He's very sharp on the ground. And again, when you're a wrestler and you get put on your back and you're not used to getting put on your back, your only way up is give up the bat.
As analysts and fighters weigh in, the narrative grows more complex. Some see massive danger for Paddy if the fight stays standing too long, while others point out that chaos, scrambles, and extended grappling exchanges are exactly where Paddy thrives and where Gaethje has historically been most vulnerable. Tim Welch's breakdown added another layer, noting how Gaethje's left hook, calf kicks, and pressure align with Paddy's striking habits. Yet even then, the conversation never fully counts Paddy out because once the fight hits the mat, the dynamic can shift instantly.
Oh man, you know the thing, I think Paddy it's so weird because he's been around for a long time, and he's still slept on for some reason. Like people still kind of doubt. It's weird, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's like, I don't know, the look, whatever, but he's skilled, and every time he comes in and he shows progression. I think with Gaethje, people know that he's a banger. He's got heart. But I think another thing that people kind of sleep on too is how technical Gaethje is, especially you know, working with his coach. Like those guys they're
always
mathematicians. You know what I mean? So I think in this
shout
one,
out Trevor Whitman.
Yeah, shout out Trevor Whitman. But I think I'm going Gaethje in this one.
The central question remains whether Paddy can consistently force grappling exchanges against someone as disciplined and experienced as Justin Gaethje. If he can, the fight tilts dramatically in his favor. If he cannot, every minute spent on the feet becomes increasingly dangerous and unforgiving.
Paddy probably excels more than Justin Gaethje is his dynamic. Like, if you push him into the cage, he's gonna do a flying triangle, right? We've seen Justin Gaethje get put to sleep by Khabib. With that, I think the biggest thing is that if Justin Gaethje goes out there and pops that jab, like he always says, that pops that jab and throws a leg kick, then Paddy Pimblett's gonna have to make a decision. Is he gonna go in there and shoot a takedown, or is he gonna go in there and try to strike with him? I'm gonna go with Paddy on this one. I feel like Paddy's gonna get the submission. I think Paddy's gonna be able to submit him. But I could see Justin Gaethje, because Paddy Pimblett gets hit a lot, right? Like when he fought Gordon, he got hit a lot. So he could take a shot, but can he take a shot from Justin Gaethje? Now, Justin Gaethje's been in the game for a long time, been knocked out, been submitted. So we'll have to see, you know, where the fight goes. But if I had to make a pick, I like Pimblett in this one, Paddy Pimblett.
There's something I want to add to that. So
Khalil Rountree and others highlighted Gaethje's technical evolution under Trevor Whitman, pointing to how patient, calculated, and controlled he has become. This version of Justin is no longer just a wild brawler but a refined pressure fighter, making him a serious problem for anyone who rushes recklessly.
Lightweight title of the world, Ilia Topuria has stepped away. Justin Gaethje's back in his third title fight. It's his second interim title fight, but it's his final fight if he doesn't win. Justin Gaethje said if he loses to Paddy Pimblett, he's going to walk away.
One more knockout. I went to sleep. Before that, I'd never been put to sleep. If I would get put to sleep again, I would definitely call it quits.
Justin Gaethje has had an incredible career. Of course, he's been the interim champion before, never the undisputed. He lost to Khabib. He lost to Charles Oliveira, but he has electrified and thrilled audiences all over the world. 26 wins, 5 losses. 26 wins, 20 by way of knockout. And he's knocked out some legends. People like Dustin Poirier. Fight of the Nights with Dustin Poirier. Fight of the Nights with Michael Chandler. Stopped Tony Ferguson in a one-sided savage beatdown, okay? And that was one of the last times we saw Tony Ferguson being a real threat inside the octagon, because Justin Gaethje just beat it out of him with accuracy, with power in his hands. He's got head kicks, he's got wild hooks, he's got beautiful uppercuts, he's got incredible wrestling, but he never uses it. And in this fight against Paddy Pimblett, he doesn't need to use it. He would be a fool to use it. You don't want to shoot in on Paddy Pimblett.
At the same time, voices like Demetrius Johnson emphasized how much Paddy Pimblett remains underestimated, focusing on his ability to turn cage pressure into submissions and how a single scramble can completely flip the narrative of a fight that looked lost just seconds earlier.
Dangerous matchup for Paddy Pimblett, but I also think it's one he can win. I think over 5 rounds, Justin Gaethje might make a mistake. He does have more experience, but he has maybe slowed down a bit. The fact that he says that this is going to be his last fight if he loses, that's never good to hear. I'm not saying that he's got one foot out the door, and I'm not saying that he's not motivated, because anytime you say, I'm not fighting again after this one if I lose, well then you make sure that you go the extra mile and leave no stone unturned, and you leave no excuses. You push yourself in training camp. So I think it's going to be the best version of Justin Gaethje, and that makes it even more dangerous for Paddy Pimblett. I do think though that over 5 rounds, given how dynamic Paddy Pimblett is, given how disciplined he is, given that Scousers don't get knocked out.
Michael Bisping framed the matchup as a battle of mistakes rather than dominance, noting that Gaethje's losses often stem from small errors late in fights that lead directly to submissions. That reality makes Paddy's patience and unpredictability especially relevant over 5 rounds. Stripped down to its core, this fight is a collision of timing and identity, with Gaethje bringing experience, power, and pressure, and Paddy bringing chaos, confidence, and a willingness to drag the fight into uncomfortable territory, leaving the outcome balanced on a single mistake neither man can afford to make.
Paddy, but like the thing with Justin Gaethje that's making me like, bro, I cannot pick Paddy to win this fight. This he's not Khabib, bro. He's not Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway. These are the guys that have beat Justin Gaethje. I don't think he is as quick or as sharp or as accurate or as powerful on the feet as Charles Oliveira or Max Holloway. I think he might have more straight up like punch power, but he's not on their level in terms of striking skill, speed, or defense either. Let me just say that, right? And as for his grappling, his jiu-jitsu is insane, but he doesn't have the wrestling of Khabib. He doesn't have the wrestling of a Charles Oliveira unless he hurts you, right? And I think his defense on the feet is so suspicious, bro. Like, just so cool. I'm just remembering the Jared Gordon fight, thinking about that shit. He keeps his hands low in exchanges. He's open to being countered in the boxing exchanges. And Justin Gaethje, this is one thing I said at the gym, and the boys didn't really get what I meant, but like, I think you guys understand. Gaethje's old, but he's not